Hi everyone, this is Ida of Created to Create. Welcome back to my channel. I completed my project, you guys, and I did change it up some, so I wanted to come back and share it with y'all because I finished it kind of late yesterday afternoon, and I didn't really feel like messing with it anymore, so I thought I'd come on today and share it with you guys. So I created a box for it, and I want to share the box that I created. Here is the box that I created for it, and let me see. Am I straight? Am I straight or no? Maybe. Here's the box that I created for it, and I kept it pretty simple. I used that same die that I used from the Griffin products, the Baroque. But in this time I used the outer frame, not the silhouette, but the one that has the heavy embossing. So that's the die cut you see here, and I cut it just in plain heavyweight cardstock in the black. And I didn't have heavyweight cardstock, so what happens when I do that and I only have thin paper, I actually score it down the middle and glue it together. And when I only have the 65 pound, and glue it together before I die cut, then I die cut, and it gives me a very sturdy die cut. So that's what I did for the frame, to get that heavy embossing detail that the die leaves. Look at that. Is that gorgeous? So I used this one. And then for the praying hands right here, this card is going to somebody already. So I'm glad that I worked on it. It's so funny. Not funny, but, you know, for me to work on this and then somebody needs it. So I was glad that I had worked on it. And the praying hands are from Tattered Lace, and these are called A Little Bit of Everything collection, and it has the Bible, and has the praying hands, the word faith, hope, blessed, and peace. So that is what comes in this set. And I do have a lot of Tattered Lace things, but it takes me a while, you guys. By the time I collect it, I just keep searching and searching and searching, and eventually I come across whatever it is I'm looking for. Someone's always trying to get rid of something, so if they want to get rid of it and it's something I want, I'm going to get it. And then the flowers that I used are the same ones from the bouquet maker. Yes, the bouquet maker. So it's the same flowers. I had a few left over in that color, so I used them there. And here again, all these flowers are Carnation Craft. And I just added a gold, not a gold, I'm sorry, like a dark gray pearl to the black flower right there. I just wanted to keep it simple. And I added a gray layer to the top of the box and embossed it again with that same embossing folder that I used. I think I used it on the card. So, and I just made a white box, the top and bottom. You know, boxes are pretty simple to make. And here is the finished card. It's beautiful, you guys. It is just stunning. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? So I did put it on an 8x8 card base. I don't have a sentiment in there because I have to print it out so I can put it in there, but there is a sentiment that's going to go in it. And by doing the 8x8 card, I was able to put the flower arrangements on either side of the steps where the steps were not in the way, so you can still see the steps. And it was long enough, tall enough for the stairs and the door. So it ended up really, really nice. Here's that Dollar Tree cross. I just took the pink gem that was on there off. And I wish I hadn't mounted these or glued them to the door, because I would have definitely moved them over a tad on the card. So that's what it ended up being. And I did need like a 1/2 inch gusset on the box depth, so it wouldn't smash anything. And that was perfect for this card, because I do use pretty thick foam tape, so that was perfect for this. But I didn't do any 3D flowers or anything like that. It's more of a flat, subtle card. And then I also found the what do you call it, the die cuts I was going to share with y'all the other day. And somebody wanted to know what the name of the teacup was. and I think I have it here. It is by Tattered Lace. It's called Vintage Heirloom, and it's the tea saucer and teacup. So you have to go on the internet to find it, you guys, because I don't think they make this anymore. But sometimes you can find them on eBay or something like that. And remember I said it had colored artwork, so I want to share that with y'all. I actually did find it, and I kind of put a little, cut out a little tag from a scrap and just write the name. That way I know what they are, and that way I know what the name of the artwork when I go to look for it on my computer. So it does come with the silhouette, and then here is, these are several layers of it. I've got a bunch cut out. I printed a bunch, but look at how gorgeous that artwork is. So it's like a mint green and pink and gold. And then the teacup, the step cup, also has the silhouette and then the artwork to it. But even if you didn't print out the artwork, it's gorgeous just in foil, the way I used it. I mean, it's still very, very pretty. When I used it here, I didn't even realize that there was artwork for it, but look at how gorgeous it still looks. So it's gorgeous whether you have the artwork or not. I have a special printer that I use to print out my artwork for my dies. If I'm going to take the trouble to print out the artwork, I want to make sure that I'm going to, you know, use quality paper, that I'm going to use a good printer. I did invest in a printer to be able to print out the images the way they're supposed to. It took me a while to learn the type of paper I needed, the printer, the settings and all that, and I wasted a lot of ink, and I bought several printers by the time I figured it out. And anyway, that is what the name of that teacup was. Another thing, I have decided to, these are just some die cuts that I cut out, and I'll keep them in these trading card pockets, and then I put them in my binder. And this was just artwork I printed out or had it scattered on my table and was trying to organize it a little bit. Another thing that I wanted to say was that my daughter Abby, she has a shop where she sells crafty products, and I asked her if she could put a section for me in her shop, and she did. And what I want to do with that shop, because I know everybody, you know, you might not want to invest in a printer, you might not want to invest in you know, the paper that you need, or to order the dies from the UK, whatever the case may be. But maybe you want to play with some of those products, so I'm going to try and make those die cuts available to you guys, and I'm going to share some that I cut out for one of the ladies. But these are the die cuts, and I think there's like maybe 40 die cuts in each package. And these are like the yellow, this is like the variety mix, and this is the gray hues artwork. And so these are going to be available in the shop. I have not put these on there, but I put different ones in there that are a little bit smaller, which I thought would be more, this works for the Anna Griffin pots and the doors and all that. But I felt that something, if I could find something a little bit smaller, that would be even better. And I was looking through my stuff, and I did have a die that had the smaller flowers, and it's called the Arrangement Maker by Carnation Craft, also from the UK. And this is only for those of you who don't want to invest in the printer and the paper and, you know, ordering from over there. I just want to make this where anybody can do it. You can just go on her website, go to Ida's Craft Corner, and I think there's 4 sections. I asked her to put 4 different categories, one being die cuts, because I want to be able to offer the die cuts already printed and cut and everything for you, and things that I use in my project, because you will see me work with them and you will know if they're going to work for your project by looking at them. And these are small. I guess I shouldn't, I put small die cuts, but I guess I would consider these minis, because even though the stem is about anywhere from 3 inches down, the heads of the flowers are real tiny. So I think the biggest one might be maybe 3/4 of an inch. So maybe I should have put mini, but these are what I consider small. And but anyway, there's 4 categories. There will be die cuts, and there's only something in the die cut category so far because we just started it this morning. And there's going to be handmade cards. So whenever I make custom cards, they will go on there. And the other category is 3D items that I create. Those will be available for purchase whenever I create. If I'm not creating for somebody just for the sake of creating, then that will go in the shop there. And there was one more, oh, kits, because I do create kits from time to time, and right now I do have some kits that didn't sell when I first did them, or that I'm still working on, and I want to be able, that way we don't have to worry about PayPal and none of that stuff. You can just go to her shop, buy it there, and be done with it. But there's going to be kits, die cuts, 3D items, and handmade cards. So that's what's going to be in Ida's Craft Corner. I will put the link in the description box below of her shop, and that way you can just go in and you'll see where it says one of the categories is Ida's Craft Corner. Anyway, guys, that's what I wanted to share with y'all today. I will be working on some more of my door cards. I want to do like one for all, a seasonal one, like a fall one, a Christmas one. Well, we already did the sympathy one. I want to do maybe a spring one, just different cards. But I do want to continue to play with the steps and the Anna Griffin house dies because my friend Carolyn created a box for me, and I'm going to share it with y'all in case y'all haven't seen it. She created a box for me when she sent me some Anna Griffin die cuts. The box looks really big on camera, but it's not big, you guys. It's small because I think the longest die cut that she put in here was 7 inches. So this might be about 7-8 inches tall, and maybe 6 inches, 5.5 to 6 inches across. It's small, but look at the gorgeous work that she did. And this is a double lid box, so the lid on top comes off, and so does the one on the bottom, because this one was more for it to look pretty, like a shadow box. And I was kind of messing with it, and I had my steps here, and I thought, look at how gorgeous that would look on this size of house. Aren't those gorgeous? So I want to play with this size of die as well, because I do own it, and create something with it so I can use my steps for all seasons. Is what I want to do. So anyway, this is the gorgeous box that my friend had created for me, and it has it like a secret garden. This actually it's on magnet, and you lift it up, and there is my beautiful garden. Look at that, the Stamperia paper. And see, there's the bottom. She had added die cuts in here. So that was her presentation. She hit a home run with this one. It's gorgeous. But anyway, I want to be able to continue to play with that. And a lot of times I'll craft and I just put them in a box. And if I'm not creating for a certain person to send out happy mail, just for the sake of creating, because I love to craft, you guys. I have a passion for paper crafting, and things just pile up. But if I can put them in her shop, that way they're not piling up, and also it's bringing in some revenue where I can continue to purchase, whether it be dies, just different things, you know, that I want to play with, and will want to continue to play with. But that way my things aren't just sitting in my craft room in a corner. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope everyone's having a great Sunday, and God bless. Bye.